Did you finally get him to sleep?
Sure, it wasn't any problem.
You are incredible, Mary Ryan. I don't know, you just have a way with him. I don't know how you do it. You know, I get so crazy and he's so fussy.
Oh, he's a good baby. It was way past his bedtime, after all.
Well, I know, but, you know, I just thought I would let him stay up and he could play with your mother before she went back to the hospital. You know, I really thought that would be good for her.
I'm sure it was.
Oh, look at me. I can't even keep this brush steady. Why isn't the hospital calling?
They have nothing more to say to us, Dee. Ed Coleridge told Mother and Da that he'd have some news tomorrow.
Well, what about the medicine? Isn't it curing the pneumonia?
Well, we've got to give it time. It's too soon to tell. I'm sure by tomorrow Ed'll have some good news for us.
Mary, this waiting is really awful.
I know it is, but there's nothing else we can do.
You know, today I thought I was going to go crazy and I had to get out of the house. So I went out and I did something.
Where'd you go?
I went shopping. Now, wait, sit right there. I'll be right back. I got something for you.
Oh.
Now, look, I know you don't like strong perfume, but I think you're really going to like this. It's a nice light cologne, and it's perfect for summer.
Oh, Dee, thank you.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm really sorry if I upset you.
You didn't have to do this.
You know, I really wish I was as in control as all of you are. I wish I was strong and I could think positively, but I really just can't. I'm very scared. I get panicky inside, and I can't pretend. I just let it out.
I understand that. I really do.
You know, I really don't blame you for slapping me. I know you're as worried about Frank as I am, and my getting hysterical really doesn't help things.
Well, we all react differently under stress. I should have been more patient with you.
Oh, put some on. It's really nice, and I tested it in the store.
Oh, Dee, it was so sweet of you to give this to me. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'll get it. Hello, Vanilla.
Hi, Ryan. Your dad told me you were home.
Come on in. You met Dilly at the hospital, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I'm very sorry about your husband.
Thank you.
How about going out for a while?
Oh, thanks, Jack, but I don't think so.
Oh,
Not
no,
tonight.
look, you don't have to stay on my account.
Well, I want to be here in case the hospital calls.
But you said that they wouldn't call tonight.
You can give me about a half hour, can't you?
No, go on.
All right. Maybe a good lively argument is just what I need. I won't be long, Dee.
Okay. Have fun. Did you have a good sleep?
Yeah, I guess so. It seemed more like 20 minutes than 4 hours.
I really don't know how you do it. I am working such a long stretch like that.
That can't be helped when you're an intern.
24 hours? Nobody should have to do that, Pat.
Well, they tell me I'll get used to it after a while.
I've had some coffee.
No, I'll get some over at the hospital.
You're not going now.
Yep. Gotta be there in 15 minutes.
Look, I've been waiting to talk to you. I really wanted to talk to you while there was no one else around.
Where are Mother and Dad?
Downstairs. They just got back from the hospital a little while ago. They said Frank's still in the same condition. Pat, when are we going to know something? This is unbearable, just waiting.
We just gotta be patient, Dee. I don't know what else to tell you. What about little John?
Oh, he'll go back to sleep. He just wants company.
Oh, so why don't you bring him out?
Oh, no, he's overtired. We'll let him sleep. There. You see? Nothing to it.
Okay, I guess I'll head on over to the hospital.
Look, don't go, really. You got 15 minutes, and I really want to talk with you.
Okay, Dee.
Well, did you find out anything about Frank from Bob?
Find out what?
Well, did you find out if anybody hurt Frank? And well, did you ask him?
Dee, it's nothing for you to worry about.
I'm right. Bob doesn't think it was just an accident, does he?
I didn't say that.
He didn't say that, but I can see it on your face, Pat.
Dee, I don't know what Bob thinks.
Well, did you ask him? Pat, you promised me that you would ask him.
I tried to find out, but they didn't want to talk about it.
Who's they?
Bob and Mary.
Well, why didn't they tell you?
I don't know.
I know. I know. They know something, and they just don't want to tell me. They know somebody is trying to hurt Frank, and they just are trying to protect me.
Dee, you're jumping to conclusions. Now, if they had any concrete information, why would they keep it from me? I think the reason they didn't want to talk about it is that Bob doesn't want to speculate. And Mary just finds it too painful to think about.
That means that they suspect someone, doesn't it?
It doesn't mean anything of the kind.
They're protecting me. They don't want to frighten me. Somehow, Pat, I don't know, that makes me even more scared.
Nobody's trying to hide anything from you.
Am I going to lose Frank? Look, I don't understand what's happening with him physically. I know pneumonia is very serious, Pat.
It's serious, yes. But Frank was in great condition before the accident. I'm counting on his stamina to pull him through.
Well, you might be able to cure the pneumonia, but wouldn't he be paralyzed in the fall? I mean, he could be helpless for life.
We don't know yet. I've seen some miraculous recoveries. I haven't given up hope for Frank.
Then I won't either. Because I really trust you. Do you know, I trust you more than anybody in the whole world.
Do you, want to go to the hospital with me now?
No, I have to take care of little John.
Okay.
Please don't go. You know, I really feel much better when you're with me.
Dee, I'm on duty. I have to go. But I'll call you if there's any change.
Okay. And if you talk to Bob and Mary, you'll tell me, okay?
Sure, Dee. Sure.
Listen, I'm glad you like cheesecake, but that stuff was pretty awful. One of these days, I'll have Maria Pelletieri bake you a cheesecake, the likes of which you've never tasted.
Who's Maria Pelletieri?
Tony Pelletieri's wife.
Oh, that Maria Pelletieri.
They're old friends of mine.
From Weehawken Street?
No, Mott Street.
How do you know them?
I used to live with them.
Well, when was that?
When I was 16,
Where did you live before that?
orphanage of the Good Shepherd.
Were both of your parents dead?
Mm-hmm. They died in a fire when I was 3 years old.
Whew.
I didn't have any other relatives in this country, so I wound up at the Good Shepherd.
Were you happy there?
Off and on. There was a nun, Sister Mary Joel. She sort of acted as my surrogate mother. I loved her very much. Still do, though I don't see her often. I guess the worst time I ever had there was when they split up the orphanage and took half my friends to the Bronx and Sister Mary Joel with them.
Oh, that must have been terrible for you.
Yeah, I took it out on everybody. But there was a Father Marino. He took charge of me, put me on the basketball court, kept me there every day for hours, working out the hostilities. He's the same one who got me the job in the docks when I was 16. His uncle's a big man on the docks, Jumbo Marino. So Jumbo put me to work and found me a room at the Pelletieris.
Did you quit school then?
Mm-mm. No, I finished school while I lived at the Pelletieris and worked part-time on the docks. Best time I ever had in my life.
suppose they were like a family to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Their own children were grown up and gone, so they appreciated having me around. It was terrific for me. I had my own room, come and go as I liked. Couldn't believe it was happening to me. Made a lot of friends on the docks, learned to drink, chase girls, had a home to come back to every night.
What more could you ask for?
That's what I thought. I liked the Peltieri's bakery, too. You know, I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning on weekends to help Tony in the bakery.
Ooh, that must have endeared you to them.
Oh, yeah. That was more appreciated than my weekly rent check.
You grew up awfully early, didn't you, Jack?
Oh, I guess I learned to be independent sooner than kids with families.
Do you ever think about your own parents?
Very dimly. Haven't told anybody this much about myself in a long time.
Haven't you?
No. You have an unusual effect on me.
It must be the cologne deal you gave me.
I think it's a little more than that.
I've been telling you about my family for days. It's nice to hear about you for a change.
There's one thing you haven't told me, though.
Well, what's that?
Something I've been wondering about since the first day we met.
Faith? Faith? Faith, wake up. Wake up for a minute, will you? I just want to be sure you're all right. Faith, you okay?
What happened?
You feel okay?
Not too good. Did I fall asleep?
You go back to sleep. I just want to be sure you're all right. Oh, lie back. You don't have to get up.
No. What time is it?
It's almost 11. You can go back to sleep if you want.
Nothing. Bucky, what is that terrible smell?
This was left of the smorgasbord. I put it out on deck. Ooh, I think it's the herring. I'll have it out here in a minute.
It's enough.
Sorry. How do you feel?
Miserable.
You have a hangover?
I don't know. I've never had a hangover before.
Do you feel nauseated? Have a headache?
No, wait. I didn't until you started talking about it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you're allergic to something we ate. You couldn't have a hangover. You didn't eat that much.
I don't think I have a hangover. I just think I had too much sun and not enough sleep. Hey, could I have a glass of water?
Sure. Right away. You know, I was really worried about you.
You worried about me? Why?
Well, you fell asleep about an hour ago, and I couldn't get you up. I didn't know what went wrong. I mean, you didn't have that much to drink, and I didn't know whether you'd fainted or had a diabetic attack. Or...
I never fainted in my life. I don't have diabetes.
Oh, I didn't know that till I talked to your brother. He said just to let you sleep it off.
Tell you what?
I called your brother to check on your medical history.
Bucky, you didn't really, did you?
I was worried about you. I couldn't wake you up.
You told Roger I'd fallen asleep here? You couldn't wake me up?
Oh, look, he said not to worry about it. He's not going to say anything to your father. Don't worry about it.
I don't believe it. How could you do that?
Well, I'm sorry. I told you I was worried about you, and I felt responsible. I mean, giving you the aquavit when you weren't used to drinking much, and you were so tired.
You know, I am just beginning to wake up enough to understand what's going on here. Why did you say you called Roger?
Because I felt responsible.
Responsible or guilty?
Guilty? Why?
Because you didn't invite me over here just to have a little dinner and a little friendly conversation, did you?
Oh, no, Faith, really. All I wanted was us to have a chance to relax and get to know each other.
And then to add insult to injury, you call my brother and you tell him about it?
It wasn't like that, believe me.
Oh, I bet you were really disappointed when I fell asleep. That wasn't planned till afterwards, was it?
Oh, no, Faith, now you really got the wrong idea. Look, I admit I'm attracted to you, and if one thing had led to another, I can't honestly say that I would have put a stop to it, but gee, I never meant to get you drunk so I could seduce you. That's the absolute truth.
I guess being friends means different things to me and you.
Faith, I am sorry. Believe me, I never intended to compromise you in any way.
I just don't understand you. I was really looking forward to this evening. I thought we were going to have a really special relationship.
Well, we do. Hey, look, listen, I'll make us coffee. Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay, okay?
It's not going to be okay. I feel miserable.
Faith, I'm sorry. Really, I'm sorry. I'd do anything to make this evening up to you.
Well, just take me home, okay? Just take me home.
Okay, sure, if that's what you want. Look, I'll take you home now, and you'll get a good night's sleep, and we'll talk about it.
No, I don't want to talk about it, ever. I just want to forget this ever happened to me.
I've never known you to hesitate before asking a question.
I never do if it's information I need for my column. But I'm not so sure myself when it comes to personal questions.
Well, if it's too personal, I reserve the right not to answer.
That goes without saying. You involved with someone right now?
I take it you mean romantically.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Good. I thought maybe you had something going with Bob Reed.
Oh, we do. A terrific friendship that goes back practically to the day I was born.
He'd like it to be more, wouldn't he?
Oh, I guess he thinks he would. Which means I have to be very careful because I do love him, like another brother. And I wouldn't hurt his feelings for anything in the world. He was a part of the family long before Delia ever married Frank.
Whenever he tells me to stay away from the hospital, I always get the feeling it's more than Frank's accident. He doesn't want me investigating.
Well, don't take it too personally. It's just that he has about the same amount of regard for the press as you do for the police force.
If we work together on this thing, maybe we'd both learn something.
Well, whether he admits it or not, he's really very grateful to you for keeping it out of the paper.
I'm doing it for you, not for him.
I'm grateful, and so are my parents.
Hey, you said you're in the mood for a good fight. We're not even arguing. What happened?
I don't know. I can't think about a thing to fight about.
You ever been in love?
I think you're asking me all of these questions to avoid telling me more about yourself.
I'll tell you more about myself. What do you want to know? Tonight, my life is an open book.
Well, then, how about you? Have you ever been in love?
Once, that I'm sure of.
Jillian.
Nope. No, I thought I was in love with her once. But looking back on it, I don't think so anymore. There was always a barrier I never could quite break through.
Well, who were you in love with?
Her name was Stefina Lucci. It was a long time ago. Right after I got out of the army. She was a distant relative of the Pelletieris. I met her at one of their big family gatherings. Fell in love with her on the spot. I suspect partly because she looked something like the image I'd always carried around with me of my mother. I wanted her to marry me. She was worried because she was 8 years older than I was. At least I think that's what kept her from agreeing. I never even thought about our ages. All I knew is I had the greatest sense of well-being I'd ever known when we were together. She had a tremendous influence on me. She loved music, books. Because of her, I got started reading. We were together for 2 years. Then, one day she told me that she was going to marry the dentist she worked for. Hey. Ryan, you all right? Mary?
I'm sorry, Jack.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just suddenly had... I'm sorry, but I really think I should get back to the hospital. I have this funny feeling that Frank needs.
Oh, come on, let's go.
Oh, dear God. Frank.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.